number one is that you go all in. Now, the issue with going all in is purely the fact that you don't have another option and you don't have an ease into the goal. Now, personally, I used to be someone who would go all in at all times, and I had a lot of clients do the same thing as well. And let's use 75 hard as an example. 75 hard is the most standard new year, new me, New Year's resolution kind of outcome, because, it provides you with a set goal, your steps, your walking, your training, your drinking, your like vice control, your sleep, your reading. Like, it literally sets your entire life up. But it's an all-in thing, because if you miss one aspect, you fail. Now, one of the main things with 75 hard that I have a problem with is the failure aspect to it and needing to then restart again. Because I actually had an experience with this myself where I got up to day 59, but I failed. Not because I missed out on the other aspects of the training, the walking, the drinking, the water, and all that. I failed because I didn't take a fucking progress photo on a daily basis, right? Now, that did deter me away from wanting to continue to do it. I'm not going to lie to you. But I still kept those lessons to then improve my life other ways. But for most people, they're going to stop there and be like, fuck, this just isn't for me. I don't want to then have to build back up to day 59 again. And then what does that do? That then causes them to fall down and continue to go back to their previous habits, smoking a joint, drinking, and bad vices. So that's going to be the main issue that I have with going all in, because once you've fallen off, it's done, it's finished. You're all in to the goal or you're all out of the goal, and there's no in between. And this is where we need to start ensuring there's a protocol and there's a system in place to get you to all in without going 0 to 100 in the next 2 seconds, but to actually gradually build you up. You're just driving into the highway and not starting from 0 into a launch start, for example. Because if you go into a launch start, there's a lot of things that can go bad. The car can actually fuck up. I don't know too much about cars, but I know for a fact if you go into a launch control, you can skid out and crash into a fucking pole. The car can start to fuck up. The fucking technology in there can mess up as well. You can throw up. But if you ease into it, everything is gradual and everything starts to be a little bit more easy. Things start to make more sense. So you need to set a goal that makes sense for you and your lifestyle, right? So let's now talk about realistic and unrealistic goals. Number 2, how to set realistic goals. Now, when it comes to goal setting, I think this is where we all get a lot of things wrong, because we start to internalize a lot of things. We start to get too excited about goals, and we start telling fucking everyone around us, oh, we're going to go for this. We're going to hit this goal. We're going to do all these things. And we never end up doing it. Purely because the moment we start talking about it, our brain internalizes that we've done it. So then the inertia isn't really there. However, when you keep these things to yourself, you're continuously proving to yourself that you're doing it. That's a big thing. And I think it's very overlooked. Don't talk about your goals. Just actually do it. Work in silence. Because that way, you're not going to be searching for validation. You're just going to be focusing on being consistent on yourself for a daily basis. And consistency is easily one of the hardest goals to achieve. Because the reality is consistency is almost impossible. Why? Because you have to continuously show up. You have to be continuously consistent in order to achieve this goal. And that's a goal that you'll be chasing for the rest of your life, because that is a life goal, to be consistent on a daily basis. How can you be consistent? Well, let's use the rule of 1%. If you can be 1% better on a daily basis, you're then 365% better at the end of the year. And that can break it down into a very small aspect of showing up for yourself every single day. If you're writing an email, for example, okay, you write a title to an email, or you start to write a couple of bullet points for an email. If it's your goal of going to the gym, for example, you show up to the gym. Maybe you don't train doing weights, but you do cardio. Maybe you just show up more and more consistently, just kind of doing the things that you want to do, instead of falling into a program straight away that you probably hate, and then you want to then fall out of the program because you're not enjoying it, and then you go out of the gym because you're not enjoying the gym anymore. How about you just go to the gym and train some arms? How about you just go to the gym and just have a chat? Just be in the environment every single day to then make it a norm. That's the issue with all in, if I want to backtrack it as well. Because we start a new program, we start a new meal plan, start a new diet. 2 weeks in, we don't like it anymore. 2 weeks in, we get called out to a dinner 2 weeks in, we get called out to an event or someone gives us a gift that's food that we can't eat because it goes against our meal plan, and bang, right there, you fuck up and then you don't want to get back to it because you know how restrictive it was. This is why I believe in flexible dieting. This is why I believe in you having the ability to eat the foods that you love, but in moderation. So that's where all in can really fuck you up. And again, look, all in is powerful for a short period of time, but then how can we adjust ourselves to ensure there's a bit more flexibility for ourselves? Now, when we go to goal setting, we want to ensure that we can create goals that are actually achievable and realistic. So let's start to reverse engineer these goals. Let's say, for example, we want to have a goal of dropping 15 kilos in an entire year. Or let's say 15 kilos in, I don't know, 24 weeks, 26 weeks, 6 months. Okay. So my goal is to now lose 15 kilos in a time frame of half a year. Okay, cool. How can I do this? Well, in order for me to lose 1 kilo, I need to be in a calorie deficit of 7,000 calories. Now, in order for me to be in a 7,000 calorie deficit, I need to split it up in two because I don't want to fucking kill myself. And what that's going to look like is 500 calories from your diet and 500 calories through means of cardio. Okay, now how can you do that? 10,000 steps, a little bit of Stairmaster. Maybe you want to go for a bike ride. You want to play some sports. You want to do some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, whatever it may be, on a daily basis, that will then have your activity covered. And then when it comes to your calories, well, just cut your carbs or your fats by 500 calories and then keep your protein very high so we can ensure for muscle synthesis, we can ensure for prevention of muscle loss, and obviously to keep you satiated, keep you full for a long period of time. Carbohydrates and fats, well, we can actually manipulate quite often because carbohydrates is just going to provide you with the energy to be in the gym and honestly to have a little bit more brain function, and fats are just there for your hormone regulation. So if we can go down to the lower limit of fats, let's call it 30 to 40 grams on average for the average guy, well then that means we have a lot more calories that we can put towards carbs because fats have 9 calories per gram, carbs and protein are 4 calories per gram. So then that way we can have higher carbs and higher protein, which means we're going to have a higher output in training. We can have lower fats to ensure that all we need is our hormone regulation to be there. Yes, we can't enjoy our peanuts, our Biscoffs, our Nutellas and whatnot, but in the end of the day, bro, it's okay. Because personally, I'm someone that loves carbs. So I want to have the pizzas, I want to have the pastas, the breads, the bagels, and things of that nature. So I would always opt for that. But then again, a steak might be fucking put onto my plate and I'd be like, oh fuck, I want to optimize for fats today. Guess what? Then that day, I'll optimize for fats and I'll keep my protein and fats high and I'll drop my carbs really low. I actually did this yesterday. I went out for sashimi yesterday with my partner. We went out to the beach at like 6, 7 p.m. at night. And then we're like, fuck it, let's get some sushi. I'm dieting pretty hard right now. So I'm like, I'll just get some sashimi. Salmon belly, tuna, swordfish. Come on, bro. That's literally what I had. And that's obviously carbs. Oh, sorry. That's obviously protein and fats. Okay, so now that we've had an understanding on like how to actually hit our goal realistically, we have the time frame, we have the how we're going to achieve the 1 kilo per week. And now we have to get an understanding of like, okay, what our life is going to look like. How many days am I going to be training? Let's say on the lower end, you're training 3 to 4 times a week. That puts less pressure on you. To give you an example, I only train 3 times a week. And my training is on the back end of the week. I train Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Monday to Thursday, I don't train. Because the reality is, I will set an expectation for myself to train every day. Because I used to train 6 to 7 days a week. But I can't do that anymore because my lifestyle is so different. Because Monday to Thursday are work heavy days for me, which means it's very hard for me to go to the gym, and I can't justify going to the gym on those days because I'd rather use my free time to make videos, to edit videos, to do other aspects to help grow my business. But Friday, Saturday, Sunday are a little bit more lax. I can spend time with my partner, I can go train with my mates, I can do things that I actually want to do outside of work, which is why I enjoy training Friday to Sunday, and I'm able to maintain a really good physique doing that and still hit my fat loss goals. So you got to find a routine that works for you. Don't just throw shit at the wall and be like, I'm just going to train 7 days a week. I don't care what's going to happen. Bro, life is going to happen. Your routine may not allow for it. I never thought in my life I would be training Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I always thought ever since I was 18, I would train fucking Monday to Saturday for the rest of my life, 6 days a week. Here we are. I'm 27. I'm training 3 times a week on the back end of the week. It's weird, bro. It's still a little bit weird, but to be honest, if I didn't do this, I might not even be training because I wouldn't find time to train. So you need to find something that works for you, your lifestyle, so you can actually adhere to the plan, right? what I like to teach my clients is that don't treat anything like a diet. Don't treat anything like, oh, this is just how it's going to be. Treat it like a lifestyle and try and get diet-like results. Because if you can treat it like a lifestyle, you put less pressure on yourself, which means you're going to get better results. Simple as that. Have a meal plan structure that you actually enjoy as well. Because you don't want to be just eating chicken, broccoli, and rice, beef and rice, and just like have a couple of veggies and call it a day. Like actually make your diet fun. And how you can do that is by like learning a little bit more about macros and calories and getting an understanding on like, okay, if I was to have this meal or that meal, how would that affect my calories and macros? And genuinely, if you want my recipe book that I give to my clients or a cheat sheet that I give to my clients, just drop down recipe book or cheat sheet in the comments below, and I will literally send it over to you, so you can have a really good understanding on how to actually tackle 2025 with some new recipes and things that actually provide value to you. So find out the foods that you want to be eating and implement them in your diet, whether it's pizzas, pastas, burgers, cheesecakes, bagels, whatever the fuck it is. Find a way for it to be in your diet and in your lifestyle, so then that way you can adhere to the diet, which is the main thing when it comes to a weight loss journey. Now, let's talk about number 3, and that's falling for the hype. Now, falling for the hype is good and bad, right? You want to be part of the train, you want to be part of the herd because it gives you that good momentum at the start. But you need to have an understanding why you're doing it instead of just falling for the herd and falling for the New Year's New Me resolution, 75 hard, I'm going to do this program. Because the reality is something is going to happen in between that's going to cause you to fall off that program. It's going to cause you to fall off that bandwagon. And then you're going to go back to where you previously were. And that's going to be more or less like being where you are right now. I'll start Monday. I'll start next week. I'll start when the moon is 30 degrees tilted towards my location. I'll feel the rays and the water will come out and the fish and the birds will call my name and I will have an ejaculation. Like that's when you'll start to fucking go towards your goals. Like, no. Let's find out why it's important to you. Now, for example, let's use my clients, let's use myself. When I'm on these calls with my clients that I initially bring on, I like to get a really good understanding as to why this goal is important to you. Because shit's gonna happen. You might break up with your partner, you might lose your job, you might get injured, your family member might die. So many things could be happening in your life. But we need to make sure that this goal is so fucking solidified and so fucking important that regardless about what happens in your life, you still show up to the gym every single day. You still show up to yourself on a day-to-day basis. And that always comes down to your personal self-esteem and confidence. How you perceive yourself in the mirror. When you look in the mirror, do you feel proud of what you see looking back at you? Do you like fixate on your love handles or your man boobs? Do you look at yourself and be like, man, what the fuck am I looking at right now? I can't even wear the clothes that I want to wear. I'm always wearing baggy black oversized shirts. I'm never able to wear fitted clothes. It's summer in Australia right now and you're not even able to enjoy wearing a fucking tank top and like showing up like your guns and shit like that and feeling super confident within yourself. How do you feel when you approach girls? Do you have the confidence to approach girls or do you feel like a weirdo? Most of the time you feel like a weirdo because you are a weirdo because you're not in the best physical shape of your life because that fucks with you mentally. And I've been there myself. Bro. And I will tell my story eventually in another video, but that's not time for right now. But I used to be so insecure about myself. It's so like I had no confidence within myself and I needed to make that change. And I would look at myself in the mirror and fixate on my love handles and my man boobs like I need to make a fucking change. I can't bear witness what I see looking in front of me. And that then was when I got so dedicated to this thing. I went to the gym at 12 at night, 1 in the morning. I would then literally devour myself in YouTube fitness content of Christian Guzman, Hodge Twin, Steve Cook, all these guys about FFT macros and what their lifestyle looks like. And I was like, I'm going to be this person. I am going to do this shit. I don't care what is happening around me. The world could be on fire, but I will still go to the gym. The world could be on fire and I will still hit my macros. The world could be on fire and I will still do my fucking cardio. Because my goal is so damn fucking important. I need to make a change. You need to feel this exact same way as well. You need to be so sick and tired of where you are right now that you will make a change regardless of what is happening in your life right now. If you lose your job, good. That's a bigger opportunity for you to go to the gym and spend more time learning and being in the gym. If you get out of a relationship, good. That's another opportunity for you to fucking double down on yourself. I was about to say something else that probably shouldn't. This is definitely not going to work. But if someone dies in your life, that's horrendous and you should mourn. You should build yourself and build your family. But that's another motivation to say to yourself, like, look, life is short. Like, the reality is, bro, life is fucking short and we are not guaranteed tomorrow. But if you show up to yourself on a day-to-day basis, at least if you die tomorrow, you die with pride. And I know that's hard to believe and it's hard to accept, but that's the fucking reality, man. We are gonna die tomorrow. But how can we make sure that we show up to ourselves on a daily basis to be the best version of ourselves, to inspire other people as well? Because most people will fail their New Year's resolutions. Most people will watch this video or watch any other 2025 video and 4 weeks later fall off. But you will be the motherfucker that continues to drive and continues to push, and everyone will ask you how you did it. And all you have to say is you're consistent and you had a burning reason why it's important. So I hope you use this video. I hope you go and tackle your goals. And I want you to drop your goals down below in the comment section so we can get a solidified understanding of what your goals are. Let's build a community. Let's build a fucking tribe of people that want to change their fucking lives. I'm going to wrap it up here before I keep going. But if you want to watch my previous video, YouTube is going to pop it up right here. Check it out. If not, subscribe. I'll talk to you guys soon. And yeah, let's go fucking smash it, guys. Come on.